No gold, no riches, no need for more.
The gift is life.
The open door.
Through every mile, through wind and rain, we find our joy in the simple again. We're freedom seekers, Cat and Eric by name. A caravan life, no 2 days the same. When shadows grow long and the frost has begun, we spread out our wings and we follow the sun.
So ask not where our roots might be. They're carried in love. They're carried in we.
For home's not a place, it's the life we've begun. Together, forever, chasing the sun. We spread out our wings and we follow the sun. Spread out our wings and we follow the sun. We spread out our wings and we follow the sun.
Last week, and I will tell you why. Some of you may know the story already, but I will tell you about that towards the end of the live stream because I don't want to cry too early. It's been the craziest fortnight of our trip for sure. So welcome to the live stream, and Maciek, it's lovely to see you here and lovely to hear from you. I have quite a lot to share, so I made notes because so much happened, so many things happened over the last 2 weeks. So don't forget to give this live stream a like and make sure you say hello in the chat. You don't be shy and say hi. Wow, there are 5 of you already, how lovely. So Maciek is here and Jacek, and who else is here? If you don't say anything in the chat, I have no idea you are watching. So, Maciek is good, nothing new. We can't hear your mic, okay. And Jacek is here. Jacek, is that your first time here? Yeah, so it's mid-Feb, and it's time to go home, almost time to go home. So some of you, if you are following us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, we are on TikTok, I'm playing with TikTok as well, you may know that we've had a nasty incident, was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. It happened on Saturday. We got mugged at the local beach, we got robbed. That's why we didn't do the live stream last week, because it happened on Saturday and we were so shaken and so shocked that we didn't feel able to do a live stream the following day. But we are okay, we are fine, we bounced back to life. And I will tell you all the details and how we managed the situation, and how we managed language-wise, you know, when we had to report the whole thing to the local police officers. So I will tell you all about it towards the end of the live stream. Marek is here with us. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. So thank you as usual, Marek, for setting the live stream, setting everything up. Thank you guys for watching our latest video, and what an irony, what irony. Our last video is about how strangers, you know, how we met lovely and kind strangers here in Spain who rescued us when we got stuck and lost in a very, very small town with narrow lanes, and we were absolutely desperate and we had no idea how to get out from there, we simply found ourselves stuck in very narrow lanes with a massive caravan, and we were not sure where to go. And suddenly two strangers came out of nowhere and they helped us. They just said, follow us. So you can see it in the latest vlog, and you know, days after this was published, we had this nasty experience of being robbed for the first time in our lives ever. So this left us shocked, but this is life, isn't it? Ups and downs. Marek, pull up a chair, grab a brew. You are in the caravan with us now. Yeah, make yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable in our caravan. So, I don't know about the weather in your place. Where are you? But the weather in Spain this winter has been absolutely horrendous. So, if you know us well, you know that we live in a caravan. We've been living on wheels for over, we began back in 2018, so over 7 years now, coming to 8. Yeah, 2017, 3, 2020, and 6. It will be 9. It will be 9. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, so the idea is that we live in the UK in the summer months, in spring and summer months. We work as campsite wardens, we live in a caravan. At first we were living in a motorhome, and the idea always been to not spend winter in the UK, to escape winter storms, which are nasty, but they are particularly difficult when you live in a caravan or when you live in a camper van and you're exposed to the elements. So we had this lovely idea that, hey, we will come to sunny Spain to escape winter storms and winds and nasty weather in the UK. And we've been really lucky, because up until now we were really dodging the storms in Spain, because we were staying mostly in eastern Spain, and the furthest we got to, you know, driving south through Spain, it was Cartagena. And the worst storms happened much further, and especially in Portugal and western Spain, so you know, the opposite end of the country where we were. And for so many weeks we were watching the news and watching reports, and we were thinking, oh my goodness, look what is happening there, and look what is happening in those other parts of Spain. And we've just been so incredibly lucky to avoid all these nasty storms and floods. And oh yeah, welcome in. Don't just lurk, say hi, or we will assume you are asleep. I think everyone just got bored with my talk, so I understand. I'm not angry, I don't blame you. But for anyone who cares to watch the replay, I will carry on with my story. Magic, are you still with us? What are you doing? Are you cooking? Are you cleaning? I bet you are busy. Quite often people are listening to the live stream, but you can't join us in the chat because you are busy doing something else. I don't mind. Just tell me in the chat, what are you up to right now? So probably the top activities is cleaning or cooking or eating at this time of the day. So anyway, for many weeks we were watching local news from Spain about crazy floods in Andalusia, about people who had to be evacuated from their houses, horrendous windstorms, tornadoes even, horrific floods in Portugal. Pretty much most of the country is flooded. And we were just thinking, oh my goodness, we are so lucky it happens somewhere else. But in the last fortnight, those storms, which were, you know, bashing Spain, Portugal and western Spain, they caught up with us here in Catalonia, because as of probably last 4 weeks or late Jan, we started heading back, we started driving east. Maciek, I'm listening and enjoying a glass of wine. Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. So as we've been driving towards east, you know, towards France and towards the UK back, really, those storms started catching up with us because they were rolling further and further. So they kind of stayed around the west for a long time, but suddenly, as of the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they started heading towards the east, and we got caught up in horrendous windstorms. So I can't remember the last night I slept properly. So we've been sleeping with our earplugs in, and we could feel the gusts of wind. And we had, over the last week, I think it was 2 or 3 times when we got alerts on our phones from the Spanish government, you know, warnings on our phones about high winds, and there were also travel restrictions, so people were asked to stay indoors and not to travel, not to go out. So this was pretty scary. And you know, we are on a campsite surrounded by the trees, and we were wondering, are we going to make it through the morning? Well, will those trees hold up till the morning? Is anything going to snap? So this was really stressful, because remember, we have our caravan with us, which is our home, and we also have our car with us. And yeah, the last 2 weeks have been really, really stressful, and especially nights, because the gusts of wind exceeded 100 kilometers per hour, and it was pretty horrific. And I don't know if we had a chance to publish it, but one night we woke up. We were watching our awning. We still had our awning up because we thought, oh, our awning survived so many storms in the UK, we will be fine. Well, the awning was fine for most of the night, but towards the morning the pegs came off, and we had to literally jump out of the bed, clear the awning and pack it away and hold it. The winds were so wild that Marek was literally holding the awning while I was trying to pack our gear. And this was the worst night, and this happened after the story with the phone, and honestly we were just so drained and so fed up and just so tired. The last 2 weeks really felt like we were getting one bashing after another. There was no day without some drama. So it's been tough. Maciek, when are you moving next? Wednesday, and hopefully, and again, this depends on the weather, hopefully Wednesday will be the day when we cross back to the UK, when we get on the ferry back to the UK. If the weather is good, if there is no storm on the Atlantic, if the ferry doesn't get cancelled, we will be back in the UK on Thursday. And we would really love that. And over the last few days, a few ferries were cancelled between Bilbao and Portsmouth, and we simply don't know. It seems okay for now, but we will not know till probably the very last moment. And we heard the stories that sometimes people actually get on a ferry, they drive on a ferry, they are ready to leave, and then they are told that the ferry is cancelled, that they can't sail because of the rough sea. And this is quite an optimistic version, because at least you are then allowed to stay on a ferry, and if you have your cabin you will be fine. But if we are told that the ferry is cancelled before we get on the ferry, we will either get the money back or will be offered alternative sailing. But that means driving to France, and we would really like to avoid driving with a caravan among, you know, the northern coast. And yeah, we would love to avoid that, but we'll see what's happening. It all depends on the weather, and over those last 2 weeks we really felt we are at the mercy of the weather, and it was quite depressing because there is absolutely nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is just follow the alerts, follow the news, and pray and hope for the best. But you have no control. We have no control over the weather whatsoever, and it's been wrecking and it's been causing absolute chaos here in Spain this winter. And even, you know, the site where we are at, when we arrived, we could see so much fresh storm damage. So I filmed this site because we were here back in December, and when we came back 2 weeks ago, we couldn't recognize the site. There was just so much storm damage. And over the last 2 weeks, even though the winds were so high, the staff here were working tirelessly, cutting branches, clearing trees, clearing fallen, you know, trees, and cutting back whatever was dangerous or potentially dangerous. So it's been not easy. Yeah, we hope the same, Maciek, that things will go according to the plan. So at we kind of focus on, you know, one thing at the time. We focus on those immediate events. So we also had a bit of worry about how to manage getting from the campsite, you know, the drive from the campsite to the ferry terminal, because it's quite a long way. It's about 6 hours of driving. So we thought, okay, it's winter, the weather is unpredictable, maybe we'll go a few days before, try to park up nearer the ferry, try to stay near the terminal, because we're crossing from Santander, but there are no campsites which are open in this part of Spain at this time of year, because it's pretty much out there, you know, up in the north it's winter, so campsites are shut. There is literally one which is quite dodgy and so expensive, and I think it is because it's the only one close to Santander, and I simply refuse to go there. So in the end we came up with this plan that we'll stay here in Catalonia till the very last day, leave very early on the morning of the crossing, which may be a bit risky, but we will see. Tommy, hi Kat and Marek, take care and remember there are Spanish angels. Yeah, I was just saying that you know, one day you meet angels and the other day you meet a devil. But it was a bit scary at first, you know, what happened to us. We were a bit stressed, a bit shaken, because it was the first time something like that happened to us. And we were disappointed and angry with ourselves, because we thought, oh, we should have known better. Why did we engage with this person? Why didn't we see it coming? So this is crazy, that when something bad happens to you, when you are assaulted or robbed, you should be angry with the person who did it to you, and instead it's much easier to be just angry with yourself. But I will tell you the details towards the end, because it's still quite fresh and still quite emotional. So for everyone who worries about us now, don't worry, everything ended well. So I bet in a few weeks or in a few months it will be just another story to share and another thing we will be laughing at. Marek, quick reminder, like the live stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Yay! So I can see that there are four listeners, 4 viewers with us, so let me know where are you watching from. And Tommy, I got lost with your plans. Have you started your journey? Where are you at with your plan? And Tommy, recently we really got hooked up on some Swedish series, and I'm so into Scandinavian films and languages and sense of humor. Tommy, are you based in Denmark? Am I right? So it's been quite fascinating, and I think Swedish is the next language I'm going to tackle. And in this whole adventure with the police and the whole mishap of, you know, dealing with the thief and the aftermath, it was really fortunate that we have some basic command of Spanish, because the local police officers don't speak English, and actually they don't speak English and they don't really speak Spanish. They understand Spanish, but they speak Catalan, which is a local dialect of Spanish. So when I was giving a statement. I was talking in Spanish, in standard Spanish, but when I had to sign it, I realized it's in Catalan, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, this is a completely different language. So that's a bit of local folklore and proof that it's worth knowing and learning languages. Jamie, long time no see, Freedom Seekers. Hope you are well. Yeah, ups and downs, but this is life. In general, we are well, and we are now at the stage when we come to the end of our epic trip with a caravan through Spain, and we are hoping to return to the UK next week, if the weather permits. And how are you, Jamie? How are things with you? What are you up to? And did you guys celebrate Valentine's yesterday? Did you do anything special? It seems, I don't know, maybe it's just my social media feed, but it seems that people don't bother much with Valentine's these days, that it's something that makes people annoyed, and probably there are more people who kind of boycott the whole thing and don't bother. We've never bothered, but we shared a bar of chocolate yesterday, and we watched something on Netflix in the evening, but this is the upside, or maybe a downside for some, of living in a caravan. We don't really do gifts, we don't buy each other's stuff, because we simply don't have space. We only have what we really need, and since we've moved on wheels, since we've moved into a tiny space, we don't buy each other's stuff, so there is no space for flowers or whatever junk people buy to each other to prove that they love each other. We prove that we love each other while doing crazy things together, like towing a caravan so far away from home. Yeah, we were sorry, we were angry, but everything ended well, and we didn't get hurt, which is the most important. So we are hoping to go back to the UK very soon, and I booked us a place to stay in Portsmouth. So the moment we leave the ferry, because we will be docking in the evening, we want to stay. We want to stay overnight in Portsmouth. We won't be driving to our new campsite when we leave the ferry. This is all crazy now. So the first challenge and thing we really focus on at the moment is getting out safely from Spain, dodging the storms and getting on this ferry one way or another. And the other thing coming up is our new work and our new address. So from the ferry, we will stay overnight, we'll sleep in Portsmouth for one night, and then we'll carry on. And we are going to our new site, our new address, and our new work. So I don't even have energy to think about it, or even I'm not in a habit. I don't have habit of worrying about things, but yeah, that will be another change to navigate. But we miss the UK. You may be surprised, but we really get homesick, and we miss living in the UK, believe it or not. Yeah, Tommy, junk. Yeah, and you know what really made me angry here? Wherever we went, in all shops, at the gas stations, the latest hit and the flagship Valentine's gift here in Spain, and honestly, it's just it made me really angry whenever I saw this vicious thing. It was a plastic rose. Maybe they actually sell them in your country as well. Maybe it's popular, maybe it's the thing, which I had no idea about it. But wherever we went, we saw those plastic roses, like a plastic flower in the shape of rose, but instead of the actual rose, there was this tiny chocolate in a shape of rose wrapped in red foil, which looked like a rose from the distance, but it was like a piece of chocolate pretending to be a flower. And I just looked at it and thought, oh, this is wrong on so many levels. And it was expensive. It was €6. For €6 in Spain, you could have a whole box of lovely chocolate. And I thought, oh my goodness. So whoever was stuck with a gift for Valentine's, they were buying this, because you could buy them everywhere. They were absolutely vicious plastic fake things. I wonder how many of them they sold, and I'm very pleased to say we didn't buy any of them. Oh, Jamie went to Poland last month. You went to Poland during this epic freeze. How was it? What are your impressions of Poland, Jamie? Marek, if you're enjoying this, don't forget to like this stream and subscribe if you are new. It really helps us out. Yeah, and it's lovely to see that so many of you are with me right now. And if you are not sure what to send in the chat, just send a like, thumb up, so I will know you are watching and you are listening. Yeah, so we didn't buy those fake roses. We just got ourselves a proper bar of proper chocolate, because normally we don't eat sweets, and because we will start work very soon, we started using the gym, because the campsite has a gym and it's included in your fee. We don't have to pay extra for the gym, which is unheard of in Spain. So we've been to many campsites where there was a gym, but it was like a paid service. And here we are on a lovely campsite, one of our favorites, and the gym is included. The gym is free. So we've been using it for most of the days. And we are warming up before the next season on a campsite. Of course, Tommy, Marek, don't buy her plastic roses. Yeah, plastic rose pretending a chocolate. City break in Poznań. Was it very cold, Jamie? And what do you think about Polish food? Have you tried any Polish food? So, yeah, we've been, for many years, we've been saying that we dream about traveling full time. And this year we've been traveling for 6 months, because not all of you may know that, but our trip actually began in mid-September. At first we went to Poland in a car, then we drove back to the UK, only to hitch the caravan and bring it to Spain for the other 3 months. So we've been really traveling, we've been on the move for the last 6 months, and this is the longest we've traveled ever. And we've been saying for many years, oh, wouldn't it be lovely to just travel full time? I'm not sure it would be so lovely now. And I'm really looking forward to returning to the UK, settling on a new campsite, working and earning for a change, and just, having a permanent base for some time. And it was so lovely today, because I called this Portsmouth place where we are going to stay in a caravan, and the lady there, she was so lovely. And normally I'm annoyed when people call me love or darling, but she was just so bubbly and so kind. And she assured me, she said, oh, don't worry, it's all booked, no stress. We've got it, we've got you covered, we will look after you. And I thought, oh, I love British customer service and British politeness and British small talk and British phone manner. It was really lovely to talk to her. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be back in the UK soon. We just have to drive from south to north and survive the ferry crossing, and tomorrow we are going to the pharmacy to buy ourselves those wristbands which are supposed to help with motion sickness. Yeah, I don't know if you've tried them, if they work. Our friends say they work, so we are going to try them. We have some tablets, we have some seasickness tablets. We didn't have to use them on our way to Spain, but now the Atlantic is really rough at this time of year, and we would rather be prepared. Marek, but no worries, we have enough videos from our Spanish adventure that they will be coming your way until the end of March. Yeah, and in fact I want to film one more tomorrow. Yeah, so we will be living our Spanish adventure for a while, and I bet that when we are back in the UK, we are on our new site, it will be a joy to watch and reminisce, and we will be probably struggling, and we'll be wondering what were we complaining about. It was so wonderful. But this is the thing with adventures. It's lovely to talk about them afterwards. It's lovely to share them with your friends and family and your viewers. But when you're actually living them, it's not so easy and it's not so lovely. And usually you are stressed, uncomfortable, angry and fed up. But these are the moments which make the best stories afterwards. Okay, so let's wrap up with the story of our incident at a local beach, which happened a week ago, on Saturday, just over a week ago. So we went to this lovely remote beach, and it was our second time there, and the local man chatted us up, asked us, oh, where are you from? So at first he was speaking Spanish, then he switched to English. And we just thought he's a nice lad, you know, trying to have a conversation. We thought, oh, maybe he just wants to practice English. We just thought he was polite, you know, and friendly. Jamie, what campsite will you be based at this time round as a campsite warden? Same place or new place? It will be a new place, and we would like to keep it under wraps for now because we are not there yet. Also, we are not sure how the owners of the site feel about our little filming venture, so we would rather not say where exactly we are going to be based. And I think we haven't decided yet really if we want to make it public like we always used to, or maybe we'll keep it to ourselves this time. So this is gonna be a new site, and it's in Devon. This is what I can tell you today, Jamie. So we are staying in our favorite corner of England. Yeah, so you know, we are at the beach, the guy chats us up, and the next thing we know, he comes back, grabs our backpack and makes a run for it. So Marek chased him, and he actually caught up with him. But the guy had a pepper spray, and he started spraying towards Marek, so Marek just backed off and let him run with the backpack. And in the backpack we had a mobile phone, we had a smartphone, power bank, key to the caravan. This was the most annoying thing. We didn't have any wallets or money, so luckily no cards, no documents, no IDs. So the most precious things, the most valuable thing we lost was the phone. So we were really annoyed. So the first thing which we did was blocking the phone. We had to run back to the caravan, and it took us about an hour because I didn't have my phone on me, so we had to run back to the van to call the police. So to call the police, and as I was talking to the police, Marek was blocking his phone and reporting theft. So very quickly we made sure that, you know, the phone is useless to the owner. So after that we went to the police station because the guy who talked to us, you know, when we called 112, the alarm phone, he said, okay, go to the local police station, and they will know, they will know the story. Yeah, we'll send the details to the local police station. Go there and give a statement and report it. So we went to the police station. We were told to wait. I think we were waiting for 2 hours maybe, and no one actually one officer came to talk to us to ask what happened. We said what happened. He said, okay, wait, yeah, someone will talk to you shortly. Then probably another hour passed, and we simply got really annoyed, and we stood up and we came back to the caravan. We said, we thought, oh, they can't even be bothered to listen to us. We are waiting, no, nothing is happening. We are not going to spend the night here. They will probably not do anything about this theft, because we heard so many horrible stories, you know, from visitors, from, you know, tourists in Spain. The theft is so common here that we've had the impression that there is no point even in, you know, reporting this whole thing. And we certainly didn't feel like waiting for another 3 hours to be seen. So we came back to the caravan, and Marek logged on his laptop, because luckily he activated a lot of security features on his phone, and we could track the location of the phone, and Marek saw on the map where the phone is. So we took the laptop and we returned to the police station, because at least now we had something to give them, you know, we had the location of the phone. And then they saw us when we said, oh, look, the phone is here, yeah, in the nearby town. They talked to us straight away and took a statement, and as we were giving the statement, they sent a patrol to check out the location of the phone. And we were, you know, doing our best to explain the whole situation in English, in Spanish, sorry, describe the man, place, so probably the whole thing took at least an hour. In the meantime, the patrol sent us photos of the 2 people they stopped and searched, but we were not 100% sure if that was the guy who took the phone. We couldn't identify him, you know, from the photo. So we said goodbye to the police officers, and they said, you know, whenever you get a new location of the phone, let us know. So this is what we were doing over the last few days. And we were not sure if they do anything with this, if they are actually checking all these locations. The phone was in one town for a few days, so it was evident that the guy moves, you know, around one area. And suddenly the phone changed the location quite significantly, and the next thing we saw on our map was that the phone is at the police station where we went to give a statement. And before the police actually had time to contact us, we contacted them and we said, hey, do you know that the phone is at the police station? And they said, oh, which phone? Do you mean the red one? I said, no, the black one. Okay, so they just told us, okay, come to the police station. And, you know, so we did, and there on the desk was our phone, was Marek's phone. We couldn't believe when we saw it. So what happened, what we believe happened, because the police was after the guy, after the thief, and they were checking every single location we sent them. So they had to be very near his house or wherever he was hanging out. I think he realized that something is on, and he simply ditched our phone along other phones with other phones. He just ditched them somewhere in the bushes, and a local lad found the stash of phones and handed them in. And that's how they made their way to the police station. So that's the story. So we recovered the phone. We'll probably make a vlog about that, but that's why we didn't want to talk about it on Sunday, because we were just angry and upset, and we didn't want to spend the whole live stream, you know, talking about something so negative. But now I think we will probably make a vlog about what to do in this situation, how to manage the situation, how to block your phone, how to block your cards and so on. So we were obviously really annoyed because it was very inconvenient to lose this phone, because you know, you have your whole life on your phone. You have your bank cards, you've got your apps you use every day and so on. But the other thing which really worried us was that the guy took the key to our Caravan, and on our phone, on the phone, there was a wallpaper with Freedom Seekers logo. And we thought, oh my goodness, now if he Googles us and he finds us, he might actually find out where we are right now. So very quickly removed all the traces of our latest location from our social media. And then we thought, oh dear, this first evening after this happened, we thought, what if he was following us, or his friend was following us, and they know where we are, you know? This is when your imagination kicks in. But we tried not to give in to those thoughts that, you know, we will be robbed in the middle of the night and that someone will open our Caravan with their own key. So luckily we are staying on a campsite with quite robust security, but we were scared and we were worried. So this is our crazy experience. And you know, hats off to the police officers who really worked hard to communicate with us. And they really, we've by the end, you know, by the end of this whole waiting, when we finally got to talk to them, they were really caring. And when they handed us the phone, they were really pleased. You could look, you know, you could see that they were really happy that everything had a happy ending. So in the end, it was nice. It was okay. And we are really grateful that this whole mishap happened towards the end of our trip, because if it happened at the beginning, we would be worried and scared and suspicious, and we would have, it really gives you a bad impression, you know, when something like that happens to you when you are on holiday, or when you are, you know, abroad, when you are targeted like that. It really puts you off. But it ended well, and luckily it happened towards the end of the trip, because if it happened at the beginning, it would really spoil it for us. So here is the story. So hopefully in a few days we will be heading back to the UK, and I think once we, you know, we get back home safely, we will be so relieved. And as usual, a little sneak peek about the next vlog coming your way on Wednesday. It will be a tour of a lovely campsite called El Portus. It's a really long video, I think the longest we've published ever. It's about half an hour, and it's a full tour of a massive campsite in Spain, who up until last year used to be a naturist site. So this is a super interesting place and quite controversial, but you will find out and you will learn everything. You will know everything after you've watched the next video. So thank you so much for your company, guys. This was the last live stream from Spain. Please, the universe, I hope this is the last live stream from Spain, and I hope that next week I will be talking to you from the UK. I will be back on the British soil. Yeah, so have a good night. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for visiting our tiny caravan. And as usual, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do, because it helps us in a big way. And thank you so much to all our loyal subscribers and supporters. Thank you for watching our videos, and thank you for your lovely comments. We read all of them and respond to every single one. And if you are on TikTok, find us there, KM Freedom Seekers. Thank you so much. Till the next time. Bye bye.
We could have flown to Bali or a beach in the Maldives. But we packed our entire life and tucked it up our sleeves. Loaded up the ferry, hitched the home behind the car. They say we're absolutely mad to travel quite this far.
From England and from Poland, we've left the gray behind to see what kind of magic a rolling home can find.
Is it always sunny? Well, not every single day, but it beats the freezing rain back home, so we are here to stay. We've forgotten what an alarm sounds like. We're living by the light, just a couple of freedom seekers chasing what is right. Oh, it's a Spanish adventure, a crazy little scheme, towing a tiny house and living out the dream. From the oranges and olives to the dust and the rain, we wouldn't trade a second, no, we'd do it all again. Move it every week or two, find a brand new view. We're the freedom seekers and we're bringing it to you.
It's a game of campsite roulette. You'll never really know. Will there be clean toilets or a damp and chaotic show?
1 week it's palm trees and a breeze against the door. The next we're screaming at the sky and hitting muddy floor.
We meet 1,000 faces, some we love and some we don't. Will we ever settle down? You know we probably won't.
When things go wrong or something breaks, we find out exactly what it is it takes to live in the moment, to hike and to run, to be outside the second we see the golden sun. 3 months of no rushing, just me and you. When we're lost or we're broken, our love pulls us through. Oh, it's a Spanish adventure, a crazy little scheme, towing a tiny house and living out the dream. From the oranges and olives to the dust and the rain, we wouldn't trade a second, no, we'd do it all again. Move it every week or two, find a brand new view. We're the freedom seekers and we're bringing it to you. So come and join the crew, see the chaos and the fun. Hit that subscribe button till the journey's done. Check out what